This segment contains offensive material, and if you don't like it, we have 2 words for you.
Jabroni, Jabroni, Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jabroni.
Name something that gets passed around. Chris.
A joint.
A joint.
You jabronis hit the jackpot, and then all of a sudden, you're jumping around like a bunch of idiots.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special edition of Joints and Jabronis. I am your boy, Chris G, aka Don Juan Jabroni. Today is a little different. This episode isn't going to be a typical format, Jabach, throwback, Jabroni, all that. Today we're actually going to review the Royal Rumble. Of course, I am joined by my co-host, Mary Jane. I did the Royal Rumble entry pool, like the little lottery that we did earlier. So this is half gone already. Sorry. I have to cut that out. Alright. So you know how we do? Right now we are going to light the shit up. Alright. The first thing we're going to discuss is the pre-show. So, shit. To be honest, I missed the pre-show. I missed a little bit of it. Pretty sure Andrade and Humberto Carrillo was the only match on the pre-show. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, shame on me. But I think I'm right. But I seen the Andrade Humberto Carrillo match. It was pretty good. There's something about Humberto Carrillo. He's good, but he's just so fucking like raw. And some of his offense like just doesn't make sense. But Andrade, smooth as butter. It's always nice to see Zelina out there with him too. She is smooth like butter. Nice back and forth action. You know, what would be expected of an Andrade Humberto Carrillo match. We also got to remember that Carrillo's only 23. The kid's going to get better. His timing is going to slow down a little bit. He's going to start looking a little bit more crisp. We just have to give him time. Andrade, right now, is probably in the peak of his career. Or in the prime, physically. Maybe not. He probably still got a couple years left. But, you know, it's nice to see the Latinos, I guess, get a little shine. Even though it was on the fucking pre-show. It was a good match, though. It was a good match. What's his name? Sam Roberts. He has one of those faces you just want to fucking punch. His voice is annoying. He's just like... Reminds me of an internet thug. feel like he has Twitter fingers. He definitely has Twitter fingers. There's been instances where he's used his Twitter fingers, I'm sure. But anyway, he's always on the pre-show. Fuck him. I like Pat McAfee. I wish he was there. Unless I missed him. Charlie Caruso was always a good sight to see. And that Kofi promo before the Rumble, you know, I was digging it. I like to see Kofi smiling, you know. He got a lot of shit when he was champ. He was always smiling and throwing pancakes and shit. But it's nice to just see somebody happy to be there. And we would see him later in the Royal Rumble. Our first match to actually start off the card was Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Again, typical Falls Count Anywhere match between two guys their size. A lot of brawling. They went through the crowd, you know, went through the baseball field, the dugout, a couple spots through the tables. You had some outside interference from Ziggler and Rude and the Usos, you know, they were fucking each other up. Couple spots on a barricade. Corbin did this nice little backdrop on one of the Usos on a little barricade that was, you know, kind of dope, I guess. It was alright. It was good for what it was. Of course, Roman Reigns won. Big dog gotta win. It's the man right there. We will also see both of these men, 4 out of 6 of these men, in the Royal Rumble later. But let's see. First of all, Roman Reigns is the man. You can't deny that. The man comes out and he has superstar rating all over him. Motherfuckers need to get with the program already, if you're already not with it. What's up with these fucking screen graphics? Like, what was he? It's like a claymation version of Roman. Like, what? Why, man? If it's not him, it's a fucking computerized dog with the oversized head. And you got like the rabies drooling and shit. Come on, man. We don't need those screen graphics. Not for everybody. And if you go have screen graphics, do some dope ones. Corbin looks like a jacked up Dr. Evil. It took me about 5 years to realize this. By the way, I'm not editing any of this shit out. I'm high, I'm tired. Been smoking all day, the Rumble's trading. I'm getting this shit live and uncut. Raw. But it was a good match. It was good for what it was. Alright. Next we're on to the Women's Royal Rumble. Which I called it. Charlotte Flair. Didn't matter what number she came in. She was going to win the Royal Rumble. There was no other woman being built up the way she was. You gotta listen to the commentary, man. It's always foreshadowing. Constantly talking about how great the Queen is. And what's one of the only things she hasn't done in the WWE? Won the Royal Rumble. Well, she just added that to her accolade. Before we get to the end, though, there's a couple good things that happen in this Rumble. The Women's Rumbles are usually kind of clunky. Kind of a mess, you know, all over the place. Spots here and there, but one, they don't get enough time to actually, they don't get as much time as the Men's Rumble to actually put some of these spots together, so they look a little forced. But it's tough when half of your female roster is either one, not strong enough, or two, not athletic enough to get over the top rope by themselves. So eliminations are going to look clunky. Just any spot around the apron, it's going to look a little weird. But for the most part, there was a lot of positive. Bianca Belair, I missed when she came in. I'm not sure if she came in one. I know she was one of the first five. She showed out. Where she threw out 7, 8 people, 8 women. That's pretty impressive. I believe this is Bianca's second Royal Rumble. She might have made an appearance last year, but she was featured heavily on this one, and I dig it. She's good. She's good. Her and Alexa had a little interaction. That was cool to see. She was bench pressing chicks over her head like shit. Like Bianca out here killing. No real big surprises, but we had Molly Holly, Beth Phoenix. You know, I would have liked to see Nia. I don't know why Nia, maybe she's not healthy enough yet. But somebody returned from like injury, somebody, you know. Ruby Riott, I didn't see Ruby Riott. I was running back and forth doing laundry. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But I seen most of it, and I don't remember seeing Ruby Riott. Liv Morgan is a snack. She's like it's like beef jerky. Good snack. It's healthy for you, protein. I love me some beef jerky. Love me some Liv Morgan. Mercedes Martinez. We got some love. The Puerto Ricans got some love. We in the Rumble, baby. Too bad we not in both Rumbles. But I'll take it. She represented. Showed out. She had a nice little showing. She's like that grizzled vet everybody respects, you know. The Otis spot with Mandy Rose. Both of them. I really like. I like Otis. I think he's he's funny. He's just a funny dude, from facials to body movements. He can go in the ring for somebody his size. He's like 5 foot fuck, and he's like 3 something solid, and he just run your ass over. It's great. I love Otis. So Otis and Mandy Rose is an interesting storyline. It's good. Mandy's good for what she does. She might not be the best in ring, but she's a good character. She's good at being a character. And you know, she's attractive. Very attractive. So that was good. Yo, funny shit, right? I was watching the Royal Rumble with my father. And he's a casual fan. He's an old school guy. He remembers guys like Pedro Morales, even Bruno. Hogan, of course, was like one of his favorites. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, all them, you know, 80s, 90s, 70s. He sees Tamina, right? He's talking his shit. Tamina walks out. His exact words was, "Oh, I don't want no part of that bitch." We don't call women bitches. But that shit was funny. I'm glad Charlotte won. She'll go on to WrestleMania. I assume to fight Becky Lynch, unless Becky loses it next month. I mean, do we really want to see that again as a WrestleMania match? In a perfect world, I would unify the women's championships, both of them. And I would have the 4 horsewomen have a fatal 4-way. Winner take all. Elimination, 1 full count, whatever. That would be a good, you know, it's definitely a way to build to that. Because I'm kind of souring on the fact that there's 2 championships out there. Well, 3 if you count the NXT. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad she won. She's going on to WrestleMania. Point to the sign, goddammit. Next was Bayley versus Lacey Evans. It was alright. It was a decent match. Lacey's getting better. She's getting better. But she still botches shit. She botched one move. I think she was like springboarding over the ropes or some shit. I don't know, man. I'm high right now. I can't even remember the spot. But she like noticeably botched it. And you're lucky there's no Jabronis this week. But it was physical. It was just too slow for my liking, too long for my taste. I like Bailey, but she just, I feel like she doesn't make you better in the ring like Becky. Becky doesn't make you better in the ring either. I think Charlotte would make you look better in the ring, and Sasha. Out of those 4 core women, definitely. After that, we had The Fiend and Daniel Bryan in a strap match, which was kind of interesting. Another match, it was just a little too slow for me, but they beat the shit out of each other. Mostly The Fiend beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan. He whipped his ass, literally. No, it was good. It was what it was. Get something, when you get a stipulation like that, it's always going to be like a slow, until they finally start trading back and forth and it started getting excitement and it built up and it told the story of Daniel Bryan getting his ass beat and coming back, almost coming back. But it goes back to the strap match. The idea is, Daniel Bryan wanted to be strapped up to The Fiend, but it wasn't the right idea because you don't want to be strapped up to The Fiend because he'll tear your fucking head off. That's what he almost basically did to Daniel Bryan. The Fiend is still Universal Champion. I dig it. I don't know who's gonna go face him at Mania. You could say Roman, but do you really want the fans to turn on Roman now completely? Can't put him against the hottest thing arguably going for WWE right now. It just wouldn't make sense for his character. It would hurt. It would hurt. It would put Roman back in that fuck you category. As long as I wouldn't be in that part of the people, because that's my man. But how many people, I think they're just waiting to turn on him. You fucks, you scum. That man's a national treasure. Let him rock. What do we got after that? Next we had Becky and Asuka. It was felt like Bailey and Lacey Evans. Like it was just slow, methodical. Then it started to build up. Hard-hitting, physical as shit. I'll give it that, but not my liking. I like. My taste is, I guess I like shit to start off good right off the gate, and you slow down a little bit, break down the story, start making that comeback. These girls, they beat the shit out of each other though. Asuka sprayed herself in the face with the mist. Good job. Good job. Finally, the Men's Royal Rumble. May I say, I am so happy at the way this Rumble was booked. A few reasons. One, Brock Lesnar deserves to dominate early in the Royal Rumble. The entrance that came in that Brock eliminated, it was so well done. Because the guys that he needed to get rid of quick, he did. And the guys who had the shit against them got their shit in, even if it was for a short amount of time. Rey Mysterio, The New Day, that was nice and that was fun. That got the crowd up. Then Braun and Keith Lee, that got the crowd up. I wanted to see Matt Riddle, but we'll talk about that later on. Where he eliminated the first 13 guys that came out after him, right? He tied the record, I guess. Who better to eliminate him than Drew McIntyre, the real chosen one? Finally, finally getting his shot. Edge coming back. I didn't believe it. I didn't think he was gonna do it. I really didn't think he was gonna do it. I mean, of course he was denying it. And he's always gonna keep it on the low to deny it. But the fact that he actually did come back, I mean, it's just so dope. He came back in shape. My man, he looks good for his age. He was fucking running the ropes. He looked like he didn't lose a step. You know? More power to him, man. It's always nice to see dudes come back after they had to retire early because of, injuries. It was a very feel-good moment. That alone, I think, made the Rumble worth it. Because he didn't just come in and do like a fucking spot here or there like MVP and then get eliminated in 2 minutes. He was there and he was in the Final Four. Gotta like that. Gotta love that. I'm sure he's gonna fight. He's gonna have a match with somebody at WrestleMania. I don't know who. At this point, I can't even guess who it might be against, but I'm just happy to see him back, to be honest. Seth Rollins is a genius. Coming at number 30. Get that heat. AOP, Buddy Murphy, fucking with people. I like how they did it. I like how they structured it. They picked apart everybody. They made it feel like, alright, like these motherfuckers, like Seth is gonna last, right? Seth is gonna last, and then these dudes just disappear. Seth on his own, everybody beats his ass, throws him out. That's how you get heat. Good way to get heat. I thought it was a well booked Royal Rumble. I wanted to see more surprises. I mean, the ones that we got weren't bad. I'm not disappointed. You always want that hope of hearing CM Punk's music. Well, I do. But that ain't happening. Maybe Cena. I thought I had a shot of coming out. It's always cool to see John Cena every here and there. But I'm very happy that Drew McIntyre is the Royal Rumble winner this year. He deserves it. I've been saying for years that he's the real chosen one. He finally came back, he got his shit together. He deserves a run. He looks like a fucking star. He's big. You see how he measured up to Brock? Big Brock looked like one of those little brolic dudes. Brock's not a little brolic dude. He's a big brolic dude. But Drew's so big that, you know what I mean? It's like, shit. But hey, I'm excited for WrestleMania season. Hopefully everybody who attends WrestleMania is not disappointed. Tampa should be cool. Hopefully. Be sure to subscribe, follow, share True Hill Heat on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, of course. You can follow me at spick_flair_woo 3 O's. This was another edition of Joints and Jabronis, the special edition, the Royal Rumble 2020 review. I am your boy Chris G, aka Don Juan Jabroni, for my co-host Mary Jane. Hope to see you next time.